Hooters.com here, and we got probably one of the craziest money-making scams and schemes ever probably seen. And that is a flat-chested Hooters waitress shows how she fakes huge boobs for job. And now this was a post by a New York Post, and I thought it was honestly kind of like I skimmed it a little bit, but like what's funny about this is that you have to respect anyone willing to do almost anything so that they could make some money, right? Now, obviously, there's nothing illegal with this and all that kind of stuff, right? But either way, it's pretty crazy when you think about it, just how much like importance a lot of people end up putting towards boobs, to the point where someone could go and fake their boobs so that they could get a job because they know that they can make a lot of money doing it. So let's get into the story. But if you like boobs, feel free to hit the like button. So, a self-touted flat-chested med student working at Hooters is keeping her 90,000 TikTok fans abreast of how she turns her barely there bosom into mountainous moneymakers every night. "I have the chest of a teenage boy," confessed Kristen Songer, 22, in her now viral Build a Boobs tutorial. Pretty much, this is basically something that you could pretty much title How to Make Big Boobs. So the do-it-yourself cleavage clips posted to her at Flat Hooters Girl TikTok profile in early June have amassed over 16 million views on the video share platform. So transforming her double A cups into an ample eyeful, Songer begins the process by strapping on her handy dandy Amazon push-up bra, which, by the way, like the way that this article is written, like there's so many innuendos about basically cleavage that it's just funny. Okay, so it's a bra on Amazon that adds 2 cups. It's really padded, the University of South Carolina Medical School co-ed said in the step-by-step. "It's supposed to be like the bombshell," she continued, likening her online retailer find to the Victoria's Secret $70 boob-boosting undergarment. "It's not quite as good, but it's half the price," Songer said. So basically, it's like a $35 enlarge your breast overnight tool, basically. Which, you know, I find it interesting that like there's so many products out there for ladies to do things like this, which is basically kind of on the verge of lying and tricking people. Well, it is definitely lying and tricking people, right? But there's not really anything out there for guys, right? Like if you're a guy, you can't really just go and do something like this. You can't just go and buy a product so that whatever you're trying to flaunt to someone is bigger, right? So I just find it kind of funny. And that looks like some chicken cutlets. Okay, so after giving her girls a little lift, the doctor-to-be stuffs the bra with an $8.99 silicone inserts or sticky boobs that she purchased from Walmart. And pretty much, I guess that's what these things are called, sticky boobs. Never heard of them. But they honestly look like chicken cutlets. So basically, you're buying a bra to make your boobs look a little bit bigger, and you're basically sticking chicken cutlets inside your bra to make your boobs look even bigger. Absolutely insane. So, let's see. "The sticky boobs are what makes the most difference in my appearance," she told BuzzFeed. "It's what pushes my boobs together to create the cleavage line in the center." In her Hooters how-to video, Songer then executes her final bust line fabrication, step chest contouring. So, answer to @Becky_RodZC. "This tutorial was definitely more rushed than my last one because I'm late for work, but hopefully y'all find this helpful. I take some dark contour and just follow the shape of my boobs, she said, outlining the top of each mammary with her finger. For this part of the process, she uses makeup to lightly draw lines of definition onto her chest that create the illusion of curviness. And now they look huge. The Creative Beauty boasted of her counterfeit casabas. I look like I should be a Hooters girl, she added, noting the restaurant's chain's penchant for hiring buxom women to sling their saucy wing flings. On average, she rakes in anywhere between $50 to $400 a shift. So pretty much, this is how a girl without any boobs can basically make $400 a day. Like, just think about that. That's like a crazy amount of money to be making, right? And it's mainly because of your boobs, right? Like, like with no sugarcoating, this is because of the boobs. So basically, she's able to make $400 a day faking the size of her boobs. That is absolutely amazing. That's probably one of the best side hustles / jobs ever. And the thing is, I think this is actually an amazing thing that she's doing. And I think anyone that is like needing to make money and you're a girl and you are willing to do something like this, or if you are gifted enough to actually have, I guess, large boobs, you should try to do something like this, right? Because this is actually really amazing. And this is something that she could actually pay cash for her med school. If she were to like live at home or like basically have no roommates, she could easily put these, like, let's just say that she has like let's say her average, right, is like $200 a shift, right? So $200 a day, basically. She could literally just use all of that money to fund her med school completely, to have no med school debt, so that when she gets out of med school, right, and she's working as a full-fledged doctor, guess what? She could easily make $2,000 a day, $4,000 a day, $5,000 a day. You can make a crazy and disgusting amount of money as a doctor, right? Especially if you're on call, and depending on which kind of like specialization you end up going into, the amount of money that she could potentially make if she were to actually finish her med school and actually pass all the boards and all that kind of stuff, right? All the exams, she could be making so much money that it would probably actually make you cry, right? Like, this is such an amazing hustle that you have to give respect to her, because anyone willing to do this, willing to potentially be found out, willing to be, potentially fired, all this other kind of stuff, right? To be able to potentially make $400 a day, you have to respect that, because this is not some like a low amount of money. This is a nice chunk of money, and pretty much anyone that makes under $100,000 would love to be paid $400 basically a day, right? Like, that's amazing. So I definitely don't hate on her for doing something like this, and no one should, because I think this is absolutely amazing, right? Like, if you like the idea of potentially making $400 a shift or $400 a day, hit the like button, because this is absolutely amazing. And feel free to share this with someone. He kind of needs like a side hustle idea or a side gig idea, because this could really help someone out, where if they end up doing something like this and potentially make a really good amount of money, right? Like, this is a really good amount of money. So elsewhere on her TikTok, Songer, who recently graduated magna cum laude from USC and plans to attend the institution's School of Medicine next year, explained why she's working at the breast-centric chicken joint. This is my med school tuition for the school year, she said in a video while zooming in on the $42,888 bill. Ooh, Lord. And after all the fees and expenses, we get this pretty number. The college girl continued, showing fans that schooling adds on ballooned her tuition to a whopping $69,120. Oh, Lord, that's so much. And I have 4 years of that where I can't work, sighed Songer before revealing her grand total of $74,143 per year. So Hooters, she said matter-of-factly. Let's see. Yeah, pretty much. So basically, if this is a situation where specifically with her if her like a med school, basically the one that she's specifically going to, prevents you from actually working, then I perfectly understand that, right? Because let's just do some calculations. So calculator, right? Come on, calculator, pull it up. So let's just use the $400 example. And let's say that she actually works like every single day, right? Just to keep it simple. So $400 times 7, right, is $2,800 per week times 52 weeks, which means if she were to be on point every single shift or every single time she works, she could be making $145,000, well, $145,600 every year, right? So what that means is that if you divide this number by, let's see,